What's up, guys? Welcome back to hour number 3 of Roleplay R&D. Steven, I believe there's some falconing to be done.
Yes, at last, after hours and hours of knights slamming against each other with swords. First of all, Neal, we need to
Yes.
roll on the shock chart since
What
you
is
failed at success in your passionate state.
what is
So,
my role?
roll 2d6 for me, please.
7 or lower. I think you're good.
You're still good. Yep, you have 0 stats affected. You don't lose any stats for the shock suffered from failing. You do feel quite despondent for the rest of the day. Now, Emrys,
Yeah.
you mount onto horseback and sally forth from the gates of Terrabil with your hawk. What's your hawk's name?
Apollo.
Apollo, with your hawk Apollo on your wrist. And the lady, not Adwin, but the slim and dark-haired lady joins you.
Okay.
On horseback, riding and with a hawk of her own.
Can I recognize
So
this woman?
you can try.
Nope.
Nope. All right. So she introduces herself to you as you ride. She says that her name is Lady Elaine, and that this is the woman you think you recall that her husband was slain sometime last year. And since then, she divulges to you that she's taken up both falconry and riding in her spare time. She's incredibly delightful. She's beautiful and clearly very talented. So why don't you go ahead and give me a hawking roll or
I
a
mean,
falconry roll?
Falconry roll.
Yeah,
That's a success.
very nice. So the both of you send out your falcons and bring back a coney each. Your falcons quickly and severely taking to the task, cutting through the spine of their prey as they swoop down on them, delivering a swift bite, and then letting you bring back the brace yourself. Go ahead and make another falconry test.
Success.
Yeah, the both of you meet with success once again. And once more,
Success.
what is your falconry skill?
15.
Nice. Okay, so as the afternoon turns to evening, the two of you together manage to pull up a brace of conies between the two of you. And she seems quite satisfied with your skill, actually. Over the course of the afternoon, she really starts warming to you. Do you want to try like a flirting roll with her or a courtesy roll, maybe?
What is... Hold on, let me look. Flirting. I'll... Uh, I'll be courteous.
Okay.
It failed.
Yeah. So, you don't make an ass of yourself or anything, but you're clearly using some coarse language, and you begin to sort of treat her as if she were another knight. And she seems a little bit amused by your rough nature, but not entirely turned away or anything
I
like
asked
that.
her for the name of her hawk.
The name of her hawk is... Oh, did I totally close that? Ha!
Hockey.
She,
Her 3-year-old named it.
She actually named her hawk Eagle. It's really weird and strange.
let's see. I want Arthurian style names. Her hawk's name is Clont.
Clont?
Clont.
Okay.
Claunt.
I'd say that is a rather interesting name. Where does that come from?
And she responds. She says that her grandfather on her mother's side had an old hound, which was named Clont, and it was such a skilled hunting hound that ever since she has named her prized, her prized hunting animals Clont. Only ever one at a time, of course, but that's where the name originates.
I say, well, it is a fine hawk indeed. It did quite well this afternoon.
She turns to you and she says, "And your Apollo has done quite well as well. Tell me, where did the name Apollo come from?"
I say I was going to call him Tony, but that just seemed really weird to call a hawk Tony. So I went with
That is
Apollo
a very
instead.
strange name, yes.
I don't know.
So the evening comes to a close, and the both of you ride back through the gates. There were a number of other knights out. It turns out that you managed to bring back, you and this lady Elaine managed to bring back 10 rabbits between you, which is the second most of all of the people who went out hawking. And you earn not a little bit of recognition for your skill. So
Nice.
mark down that you've earned 5 glory.
Awesome. And this is in 484, correct?
This is in what?
Year 484?
The year
Or
492.
492. Why did I
Yep.
have 483? I guess because I'm stupid. Last time it was 491, right?
Yes.
Okay. And then first session was 490? Is that right?
Yes.
Where we got knighted? Okay.
Yep. The first session was 490.
Okay. I've been marking the years improperly. All right. I'm all good.
Cool. So the evening features a light meal of a squash soup and some thick crusted bread baked over an open fire. In the morning, there are horse races. So Sir Ronald and Sir Philip wanted to participate in that, yes?
I'm not sure about the horse races. I don't have very high horsemanship. I can try it. I guess I can try it.
I am indeed in on the horseback riding. Gwen has been excited all evening. She's been rumbling around in her stable.
Ready for the horse race, eh? Cool. Okay, so Sir Philip, you wanted to do that, yeah?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's see, sir. I need to change the name of your token.
Good luck. You'll need it.
Sir Philip. And, of course, yes. Did I pull you guys over here? Yes, good. You're on the horse
Yep,
racing
that's
pitch. Excellent. Okay. And then there are a couple of knights here next to you.
What?
You
He's
look over
riding a
at them.
bear?
And they look like bears. It's very strange.
What? No. This is not fair.
Okay, so the way this works is you can either move your horse's full movement rate, or you can choose to use your horsemanship. If you succeed at your horsemanship, you move your full movement rate. If you, actually, let me double check that. You might move your full movement rate +1 on success. Horse race. So when you succeed, you move your horse's movement +1. If you critical succeed, you move your horse's movement +2. If you fail, you move half of your horse's movement. So your horses are your chargers, and they are moving at 8 squares per round. So let's roll to see who goes first. The lowest number on a d20 will go first. Oh man, what? Lol. And Sir Ronald? Maggie. She's dropped.
Oh no.
That internet connection. She should be back soon.
All right, so the one who's next to you, Sir Philip, he decides that he's going to try his horsemanship.
It's a good idea in a horse race.
And he crits. 1, 2,
Well done.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. Rocketing ahead.
I have no idea what's going on with this.
You're back.
I'm
Hooray.
back.
Roll a d20 to see how in what order you go. Lower is better.
All right, I rolled
Okay,
a
so you'll go third. This gentleman tries to roll his horsemanship. He succeeds. So he goes 9 paces. This gentleman decides that he's going to only ride his horse normally. let me see here. No.
What did I miss? How did they get so far ahead?
We just started the first round, so he's got 10. He's got... Yep. And he has 15. So, Sir Philip, it's your turn. Do you want to try to use your horsemanship to coerce your horse into galloping faster, or do you want simply...
Absolutely.
Okay, roll your horsemanship, please, sir.
No, that is a fail.
All right, you move half of your horse's speed. And Sir Ronald, do you want to use your horsemanship or just let your horse gallop?
Indeed, I would love to use my horsemanship. Come on,
Roll
Gwen!
it.
I pat Gwen on the back and I'm ready to rock and roll, and if she fails, it's gonna be sad. And she failed.
Oh, Gwen
Oh,
doesn't really
no.
know what rock and roll is. But, you know, she's galloping along under you. She's fighting you a little bit, doesn't really seem to understand what's going on. The gentleman in first place decides that he's going to try his horsemanship again. Failing this time, Lady Elaine is this young woman right here. She's riding in the horse race, in fact, as she did mention to Sir Emrys that she had taken up riding and falconry.
Mm-hmm.
She tries to ride as well, but unfortunately fares poorly this time. The gentleman on the far end decides that he's going to simply let his horse carry him, and he gallops ahead 8 spaces. Sir Philip, Sir Ronald? what
Trying
are your
again?
choices? Okay.
Nope, crit fail.
Wow.
Okay, roll against your horsemanship again.
Success. That's a
Okay.
crit success.
Then you do not fall off your horse. Instead, you only go 4 squares here. And Sir Ronald, are you going to try your horsemanship?
I'm going to try. Yay!
Oh, success. So
Victory.
that's 9 spaces for you, Sir Ronald. Nice, you're catching up here. The gentleman on the far end there, or not on the far end, but next to Sir Philip, he again tries his skill, succeeding. Lady Elaine tries her horsemanship.
I'm there watching for Elaine, by the way.
All right, she fails. You hear her cursing at her horse as he sort of struggles under her.
It's not very ladylike.
The gentleman on the very end simply lets his horse do the work. Sir Philip, you're beginning to feel quite far behind the rest of the pack. Do you want to use your horsemanship skill?
Yeah, go big or go home.
Okay.
Success.
Move yourself ahead 9 paces.
4,
Sir
5,
Ronald,
6, 7, 8,
how about you?
All right, do the same thing. Haha, success.
Very nice. 9 paces for you as well. Which I think puts you in 3rd place. Yeah, very nice. Now, this gentleman over next to Sir Philip in 2nd place once again plies his horsemanship skill, successfully navigating, rocketing ahead, but only managing to catch up in pacing with the gentleman on the very end. The Lady Elaine tries her horsemanship once again as well, and she fails, so she's falling quite far behind. She looks over at you, Sir Emrys, and waves to you as she gallops past your place on the stands. Sir Philip?
Okay. Yeah.
Sir Philip will do the same thing as before. Oh, nope. Stay down. There we go. Nope. Another 4. Embarrassing.
You keep pace with the Lady Elaine and Sir Ronald. How about yourself?
Win it, Ronald.
All right.
Is that a fail?
No, it's still a success, but I have a
Or at
15.
9. Yeah.
So I believe I'm like there. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right. So,
I'm not gonna win.
yes, the gentleman next to Sir Philip takes first place in the horse race. The gentleman at the very end takes second. Sir Ronald, you take third in the horse race. And then Lady Elaine and Sir Philip come in at the tail end of the race.
Is
Um,
Quinn watching this?
Yes.
are you Quinn?
Yes.
Excellent.
Yes, I am.
After the race is over, I make my way to Sir Quinn and I say, you know, it was quite a shame for my sister to have fallen and died last year on your horse. Did you happen to put it down?
What, the horse?
Yes, not my sister. You clearly made sure that she was dead.
Yeah, the horse. The horses died. That was one of the roundsies.
I never heard. I'm glad to have heard that.
Yeah. Then we ate it.
Tell me, how did it taste?
Quite
Was it
good.
bitter? Oh.
Like. I'd stop right there.
Wheat's like I'm done.
Unnightly
I
things
can't
will
go
come
for-
from my mouth if I continue this conversation.
Such noble restraint, Sir Quinn. Now, the afternoon and evening are given over to composition, oration, and dancing. Do any of you want to try your hand at these skills?
No, immerse,
At
restrained.
composition, something and something.
Oration and dancing.
Oh, I'll fucking take place in whatever oration is going on. I'll destroy.
Ditto. I have a 20.
Awesome.
So
You have a
I'm in.
20?
Yeah.
You have a 20 in orate? That's
How the hell did you
amazing.
get
No, I think I have a 10. Never mind. Sorry. I think I have a plus 10. I don't know about plus 10. I think that's for something else. Removing that.
That does make more sense that you would have a 10. Okay, so it's a tale-telling contest. And Sir Philip, you want to enter?
Yes, I do.
And Sir Ronald, do you want to enter as well?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. So, Sir Ronald, why don't you roll against your orate skill and then tell us a tale?
10 on my 15 and tell you a tale. All right. I would like to tell everyone a tale of a tragic set of heroes who went forth from their castle long ago in a time lost in fog and mist and shadow. These band of heroes, band of siblings, traveled to a faraway kingdom in order to claim much glory and honor in battle. However, along the way, they are met with a handful of the most beautiful maids possible. These maids spoke to them, enchanted them, asked them to stay and guard them from the vicious beasts that lay nearby. And these band of brothers on their way to this siege of this horrific set of people off in the distance stayed with these women. Only too late did they realize their food was poisoned, and
Ooh.
in the night, in their sleep, the women killed them and tore apart their standards and took their wealth and continued to spread lavish lies about how the men attacked them and only died in their sleep later. And I give this to you as a cautionary tale to be careful of things that seem too good to be true, especially when you have more important matters at hand.
The crowd cheers and applauds appreciatively of your tale of woe and caution. Sir Ronald, do you want to tell us a tale? And chat is saying that they think that you get a plus 10 for your family.
I know I got a plus 10 for some reason, and it's on my sheet, but I just don't remember what it was for.
I do think it is your family trait. Let's see. Written way down here. No, you didn't write down your family characteristic on your sheet. Boo! I think it's your family trait, so go ahead and count yourself as a 20 at an orate.
All right. So I shall roll the 6.
That's quite solid. What kind of a story do you want to tell us, Sir Ronald?
I'm going to tell you a tale of all right. A knight who has found love. it wasn't, it was just a normal evening when you feel like you're going on an adventure for a reason, for your lord. You're off, and there you go. You have your party with you, and you're supposed to be scouting, right? You're supposed to be ahead of the crew. You're doing your best to get there as quickly as possible. You're racing against the clock, and you find yourself distracted by a lady, a beautiful, gorgeous lady, right? She's gorgeous beyond belief. Fair skin, red hair, green eyes, something you just cannot stray away from. So you stop and you ask her, what is she doing here? Why is she here alone? Why is there not someone here to protect her? And she tells you that she is cursed. And there you are with a dilemma, right? As a knight, you can't just let her stay there by herself. So you offer to help her and aid her in her efforts, and you find out that she has been cursed. And so you try to help her rid herself of this curse. And this is actually a true story. I don't know if any of you guys have known this, and I look around at the people that are listening and gathering, and I'm sure they're getting excited as now they've known this is real story. And I tell them, so, this party, they stop, they help her, they find out that she is cursed, and between each moonlight, she has to get rid of this curse by rubbing a cloth of a white hind. And white hinds, as you know, are very, very rare. And so this adventuring crew goes out to find this white hind. And of course, only the best. And you've all known this knight by the name of Quinn. He's been through many of things, and he was actually in the sword fighting earlier, if you've seen him. So be sure to tell him tonight as you drink your drinks and feast alongside him that he's well known for helping aid this young woman in saving her life and letting her open up to love. And so I tell this tale, and I go forth and saying how he did an amazing job at finding this white hind, and that although it was trapped, he did what he could, and although he couldn't help it, he slayed it to get rid of its pain, and we used every bit of it. We would never let it just die for no reason, and brought back this white hind, and the fur was spun into this nice fine cloth that she used, and every night this maiden washed away this cursed mark that was on her skin until one day it was cleared, and hopefully she can love again.
The crowd claps, and they say, Sir Ronald, that was a beautiful story. I can picture it happening just as you told it. And another gentleman stands up and he says, I would like to try my hand at telling a story.
Ooh.
And he tells a fairly engaging tale about a knight who goes traveling, and as he's strolling down the road on the back of his horse one day, clad full in armor, as knights tend to do whenever they go anywhere, he comes to a strange tower that's placed in the very center of the road. And he sees this tower, and he hails the tower, and he says, "Hail the tower!" And the voice sallies out of the tower and says, "Hail the knight!" And the tower door opens, and a knight rides out on a charger, a full white charger with, full armor wrought of gold, and a massive spear or a massive lance under his left arm. And he says, "Halt, ye knight, for lo, I am the knight of the beard, and thou must I shear. Thou must I shear clean of all of thy whiskers if thou art to pass by this way." And the knight said, "What ho then, sir, never will I let you shear my beard." And lo, the knight looked at the knight of the beard, and he saw that the knight of the beard was in possession of a great and robust beard, of many hairs, of many colors. And so they smote each other again and again, until finally the knight of the beard cast down this knight who was traveling along this road, tore off his helm, and took a razor and shore off this knight's beard. Then he invited the knight inside for supper, and of course, as is proper for any knight of hospitality, the knight accepted, and he went in, and he saw that upon the mantle of the Knight of the Beard, the knight had many, many beards of all different color and composition, stapled to the mantle and placed there for display. And so the knight was sore amazed, and went on his way the next day, bare-cheeked like a baby. And that's
That
the
story.
end of the story.
It's ridiculous. What?
True story, by the way. Totally happened, said this gentleman. And in truth, this gentleman is in possession of a very small and somewhat patchy beard. At the end of the evening, it is determined that Philip Daly Gallery, by all attendants, everybody says that he is the one who told the best story, and so he gains 5 glory as the result. Now, on the following day, everybody gathers for a mighty boar hunt. Do you all want to participate?
Absolutely.
We are.
Yep.
All right.
How, Steven, how big can these hunting parties be?
Generally, there's like 5 to 10 knights in a hunting party, and it's like a couple of different groups go out into the forests nearby to hunt. And you're going to bring boar spears with you because they have a solid iron bar a couple of inches below the point of the spear, so that when the boar charges you, the bar catches on the body of the boar and it doesn't push itself up the spear to gore you.
Okay. And it's only knights?
Yes.
Okay. Never mind.
Quinn, did you have a question about...
No, it's fine. It's
Okay.
fine. It's the moment has passed.
Well, it's like whoever rolled the highest was going to win, right? So I already knew Phil
Yes.
was going to win.
Yep.
So.
Pretty much. But everybody still very much enjoyed your story. In fact, why don't you give yourself 2 glory, Sir Ronald, for participating in the storytelling. So, who would like to lead your party of knights?
For the hunt,
Yeah.
I absolutely step up and say, I think my track record speaks for myself. I would like to lead our battalion
Yes.
on to bring back the largest boar this land has ever seen.
I lean
Very
over,
well.
I lean over to Philip and say, well, hopefully we're hunting someone's sister.
So
my
bitter.
gosh.
So bitter. Yes. Man, I feel like I should make a way for you to use your love of family roll somehow, sometime. Do you want to try and like lead a separate hunting party and like compete with Sir Quinn based off your love of family?
I've seen him hunt.
He's
I
like,
know
oh,
there's...
no.
I've seen him hunt, and I know how good of a hunter he is. I was just
Okay.
simply being crass.
Yeah,
And being an
all right,
ass.
fair enough. Fair enough. Okay, so Sir Quinn is going to lead the group. Sir Quinn, would you roll 1d8?
Yes.